So the use of different tools, and this is kind of important. As you're using tools and doing this stuff, you want to make sure you're using the tool that's not going to wear you out the most. You know, it may not feel like one shovelful is taking too much work, but if one is a little harder than another, you really need to look for the easiest way, because if this is 2 yards, that's 200 shovelfuls. That's a lot of shovelfuls. It's kind of like running a marathon. You got to pace yourself. And so let me just show you. So here's a normal, this is what people say, oh, use yourself a spade. And you can. I'm not saying you can't, by all means. I'm not saying you can't. Use a spade if that's all you've got. You don't have to go buy a fork. But I do want to show you, watch how this thing goes into the pile. Okay? It barely poked about halfway through the pile. That means you got to kind of work it in there a little bit to get a. Let's use the straight, the straight shovel. I know what this is going to do. It did less. It didn't even get a third of the way because of the straightness of it. And mind you, my shovels are sharp, so yeah, that's saying. So I actually file down my shovels to be nice and sharp. Now watch this fork. Watch this. All the way in. No work. I just let the shovel do it, get it all the way in. And that's going to simplify the task of doing this, because it's just a lot easier to do. So if you have a fork, if you have the wherewithal to get a fork, great. If you're doing a lot of compost like this and you see the shovel doesn't go in easy, that's why they use a fork like this. So